a way of showing senior management that we were literally trying everything to catch the suspects. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the decoy jobs. They could be great fun. I'd spent many memorable afternoons hanging around in parks with other undercover officers, drinking booze in the late afternoon sunshine, trying to get mugged. For one job, there had been a spate of robberies around Greenwich in South London. A group of lads nicking laptops, phones, watches, anything they could find, really. Me and another female undercover officer, or UC, were tasked with trying to attract them. So, we sat on the grass, sipping from tinnies, our smartphones blatantly on display, occasionally tapping on laptops. But no, not a peep. Still, I'd been paid to sit in the park on 4 summer's evenings. What's not to like? We'd done our best to look as vulnerable as possible, but it hadn't worked. Another time, I was sent to catch a rapist in Brixton. There had been a number of sexual assaults and 1 rape in the area, all within a short time period, and the descriptions from the victims matched a guy already known to the police. "We have a pretty good idea who it is," the UC officer leading the job told me. "We just have to catch him at it." So, I was roped in to try and stop him in his tracks. It was late on a Friday night when I arrived at the location where we knew he had been operating. I couldn't very well just hop out of a police car and stand around waiting to be attacked. It had to look as authentic as possible. So, I walked to reach the pre-arranged area where the rest of the surveillance team was stationed. As I turned the corner, in my short dress and towering heels, I started to stagger and lurch, pretending to be drunk. Young, female, drunk, alone. Here I was, the perfect target for any would-be attacker. Come and get me. As luck would have it, just as I teetered past the pub where we knew the suspect had been drinking, he actually came out. This was too good to be true. I fell over and dropped my bag, emptying the contents all over the pavement. He was coming over. This is it. This is it, I thought, bracing myself for the inevitable. I wasn't scared. Not at all. I knew that whatever was coming, the surveillance team were close by, ready to pounce. "There you go, love." The guy picked up my purse and handed it to me. Thanks," I said, confused, taking the purse. "Go on, put it back in the bag," he urged, collecting up my keys, lipstick and phone. "Go on, you don't want to be losing all your stuff." "No, I suppose not." I slurred weakly. Shit, what's happening? Instead of bundling me down a dark alley, the alleged rapist was acting like the perfect gentleman. I couldn't believe it. Neither could the rest of the team when we debriefed back at the station. "You could have fallen on him a bit," one suggested unhelpfully. "What? No, I couldn't." "Nah, Danny wasn't his cup of tea," joked another officer. It was dead serious, of course. But when you're working these types of jobs, a little banter helps to lighten the mood. It had been a long shot, and we all knew it. Which brings me back to the schoolgirl job. I breathed out clouds of warm air into the crisp morning. It was nearly 9:30 a.m, well after the start of the school day. I was even more conspicuous than I'd been at 7:30 a.m, when I'd first appeared, and the chances of this guy making an appearance so late in the day were practically zero. I could no longer feel my feet. My fingers were frozen stiff and my legs had gone blotchy red from the cold. The phone in my pocket buzzed. It was D.I. Phillips, a resigned note in her voice. "Okay, let's wrap this up, Danny. Come back to the safety location." I was disappointed, of course. I'd been out every morning in the past 2 weeks trying to catch this bastard, and today was our last day. Damn, after all that work, I really wanted to get this guy. I started walking back to the safety location, but noticed a shadow out of the corner of my eye, someone acting odd behind me. I glimpsed a guy in a black hat peeking round the bush of a corner house.